This is the Riot Squadcast, a supporter-driven show dedicated to LA Galaxy news, information, and opinions. Here's your hosts, Ed Rodriguez and Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
Welcome to the Riot Squadcast. My name is Ed Rodriguez, and joining me, across from me, the beautiful man, the wonderful man, the knight to my navy, Chris Zero Cool Tucker. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Fucking chilling.
Just chilling.
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring it down. Already.
I know, man. Just high energy, baby.
Sorry. Ask me one more time.
You just like hit a couple of vape.
Yeah, I'm back in it, but ask me one more time. I'm ready.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Everything's.
Oh, you suck.
Yeah, I don't have it.
You're the worst.
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Just sore. Everything hurts.
That's right. It's like I'm not working out right now, so I don't have any body soreness, but I got a lot of brain soreness. School is kicking my ass.
You're doing mental exercising.
Mental backflips and roundhouse kicks of variables and interval notions, right? I think that's a thing.
Sure.
Graphing shit. I'm all over I got quick maths. 2 + 2, 4 - 1. That's free. Quick maths. But yeah, other than that, I'm outstanding.
And then joining us also, as always, is Producer Ben. Producer Ben, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, man. It's a good day. Didn't rain. It was beautiful out today. It's nice.
You gotta love that about LA. Like, it rains for like 5 days, and everyone
loses their mind.
Yes.
Well, I'm just the studio didn't flood. That was my big thing.
Cheers to that.
Well, I mean, especially for me and Ben, we're delivery guys, so we're working on the street. We're out there. When it's pouring on you, it sucks, dude.
Yeah.
It just sucks. So when you get that sunshine back, you're like, I miss this.
It just makes everything a little easier. It's the reason we live here.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you, I was dedicated to wearing shorts and sandals every time I left the house, even during the rain. None of it matters. It's not because it's not raining that bad. It's raining a little bit, but it's not.
And the feet need a little moisturizer,
crazy.
man.
That's it. Just aerate, Ed. Open it up to the world, and you can't be ashy if your feet are wet. So you're good. Don't have to worry about lotion.
Damn, you got problems if your feet are ashy in the rain.
Yeah. It's like Jesus' feet.
But what's going on, man? I know you've been doing school. How's the kid? How's the babies?
Baby is good, man. Erica's home with him, so it's
growing.
Yeah, he's just growing and spending time with her. He's pooping a lot more. Like, he didn't poop for a while. That's what's weird about kids. Like, Damien didn't poop for 4 or 5 days, and we told people, and their reaction wasn't like horrified or wondering what we did to him. They were just like, oh yeah, that happens. And I'm like, you mean it happens that you don't poop for 5 days? I would be horrified. But now, like, she's home and he's spending time with her and he's breastfeeding more regularly. Like,
I'd be at the doctor day 3.
Like a Tucker.
I'd be at the doctor day 3, like, dude, I can't.
What's
poop.
going on? Yeah.
Doc, tell me what's going on.
Well, we told the doctor and he was like, some babies, especially, larger ones, because he's at 99th percentile, whatever. For larger babies, some of them just use everything that they take in. And so, like, it's not, there's no need for his body to expel anything extra or anything crazy.
So in the chat, DG says, Chris, don't be the weather inappropriate fat guy in shorts.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Look, I live in Long Beach, California. I'm wearing sandals and I'm wearing shorts. That's it. I lived in the cold. I lived in the actual cold where I couldn't walk around in shorts and sandals because I get fucking frostbite.
Like a couple feet of snow and stuff.
Yeah, like it is my birthright.
As a Californian.
As a Californian. A Southern California, the good part of California.
The only part of California.
The only part of California. It is my birthright to wear shorts in the winter and sandals in the winter. And by God damn it, I'm going to do it. I'm an American, Ed.
USA.
Yeah.
USA. USA.
If you don't support my right to wear shorts and sandals in the middle of February, the terrorists win.
Yeah, I mean...
That's a fact. Yeah. That's not my opinion.
Right.
That's straight up American fact.
You know what I saw the other weekend? I went to go watch...
Don't tread on me, Ed. Do not goddamn tread on me, sir.
I went to go watch the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Dude, so good. Have you watched it?
I haven't seen it. I've heard it's amazing.
Oh, it felt... I don't know. See, here's my thing about the new, like, recliner-style theaters that are popping up everywhere.
Mm-hmm. The classy ones?
It's like a double-edged sword, man. Like, because you lean back, you're so relaxed that even if it's like a movie that's action-packed, I still fall asleep.
Oh.
Like, there was a good chunk of, like, the last, like, act, so, like, 45 minutes to the end of the movie, I was just like, I felt myself, dude, and I'm just like, I'm going.
Honestly, when you said you leaned back in those chairs, I was like, you asked for a hand job, didn't you? You guaranteed asked for a fucking hand job.
No, that's when I watched the Lego movie.
Oh,
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's terrible. Oh, that's not the.
Dude,
that's
and
not the
you
film
know he
to make
asked for
that
the hand
joke.
job as the Batman voice.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
you got to.
Denise, give me a hand job.
Yeah, that's the worst Batman voice I've ever heard in my life.
Hey,
It's like JJ. Hey.
Batman from
I'm
Louisiana.
trying to do Batman without laughing.
It's like, hey,
Hey,
baby.
she. It's like this 1920s
No, see,
Batman.
everything ends up as 1920s with you.
Golden age.
1920s are Jamaican.
Yeah, hey man, that's the two best voices to do. It's the easiest ones. But yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, dude, so good, man. Action was good. The music, like I immediately was like, I'm gonna go and get this soundtrack.
All we're
That's what I
watching-
did with Black Panther. That's what I did with this movie. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, like killed it with like these like the music to the movies.
all we're watching right now are like we're watching the Oscar movies. We're trying to get ready for because I'm at that stage in my life where the Academy Awards are a big deal and we're gonna watch it. So every year, Eric and I try to watch all the like main nominees. So we just saw what was it, Green Book?
Yeah.
I like that. I like Green Book a lot. We saw Green Book. We watched.
Yeah, my brother and his wife went to go watch that the other weekend.
It's great. You should see it if you haven't.
I hear like Viggo Mortenstein like really Italians it up in that movie.
I mean, it's. I don't know if he's nominated for an Oscar for it, but if he's
Yeah, he is.
not, it should be offensive because if that's his understanding of Italian people, it's pretty fucking over the top.
Well, he's known for like diving into characters. What was the History of Violence or whatever that he?
Or he's like Dima Kovalenko's cousin.
No, that was a different one. It wasn't the.
Oh,
History
that's fuck, what's the name of that? Eastern Promises.
Eastern Promises. Yeah, he dives into these characters, dude, and it's just like, what was it? What was his character in Lord of the Rings?
Oh, he's Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
He's the king, man.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I don't know how we got there.
we went down a Viggo Mortenstein
Hole.
hole. Yeah,
His best character was when he played the devil in I can't think of the name of the movie now.
Oh, so is
Best
that good?
best
With
character,
Virginia
huh?
Madsen and
It was that good that he's like, yeah, the movie that I can't name.
I know it's gone. Now I gotta look it up.
I mean, Ed remembered Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
That seems like his best film.
I
It
would
was
say
such
so.
a good portrayal. You remember the flick it was in, which is
I just didn't remember his character name, but it's all good.
I feel like I don't have a favorite Viggo Mortensen movie. What else is he in? Because I don't like those Lord of the Rings movies.
They're good.
He's in Green Book. I liked him in Green Book. I don't know if I talked
What's the
about
other actor? The Mahasali Ali?
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
Did I get that right?
That dude is so good. Like, what's the show that he was in? Not Iron Fist. Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, yeah. We're watching him in he's in True Detective this season. It's fucking incredible.
Luke Cage, dude, that guy is the best thing about that first season.
Yeah.
And spoiler alerts,
Spoilers.
he dies halfway through.
He doesn't make it to the.
And then that's when the season just goes, Boo!
It's a pretty quick nosedive, but he's awesome. Yeah. So I'm hoping he wins the. We're talking about best Oscar or something. I hope he wins the lead gentleman Oscar movie or Oscar award, whatever it's called.
Lead gentleman.
I got into the live chat. Now I'm lost.
It's like Eva Mendes coming out is like, here's the award for lead gentleman in a motion picture.
Even Mendes still giving out awards in this scenario.
That's the first name I could think of.
That's fair enough.
Whatever. Anyway, what you been up to, dude? Anything new? Like, it's just the same old.
It's literally just
same
school.
old.
I mean, well, it's been interesting knowing or learning or observing. I mean, if you guys get a chance to talk to Matthew Alessano or Andrew Alessano, like they've known me since I was 12 years old. They will tell you my ability to pay attention, like the likelihood I had like an ADHD or something like that just didn't get realistically addressed by my parents.
I mean, has it still though? Has it
But
even?
Ed, that's what I'm telling you.
to this
One,
point?
it absolutely has not. But
You're gonna be 32, and so I've been diagnosed with your ADHD.
I think at this point we all just accept it. We move forward. But
We've all self-diagnosed you. And
yeah,
just like, we're just gonna.
it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But so I'm as focused in completing school this time than I've ever been in my life. Going back to grade school or anytime I signed up for community college, like this time I'm actually dedicated. I'm going to do it. It's just a matter of getting to the end, where everything's all completed. Just attempting to pay attention. I didn't stand a chance in high school, man. I legitimately did not stand one fucking chance trying to pay attention to these things. Like it's all foreign to me now. If I didn't have the crushing weight of bills or the hopes and expectations of my children on my back, I probably would quit already. But it's like, it's so hard for me to focus and to like try to pay attention to what they're saying. I've spent this whole week wishing I could go back in time to just tell like a teenage Chris, like, hey man, it's okay.
Can you imagine Chris,
all right.
Chris growing up in like this day and age where it's nothing but like
Everything's
immediate
overdone.
satisfaction and, you know, many things going on right at the same time. Like, I don't know if that'd be good or bad for Chris.
It's usually good for me because like I feel my brain feels more at ease if I'm juggling three things. If I'm focusing on this is going to sound crazy, and I'm not crazy, I promise. If I'm focusing on one thing, it's like all the voices in my head that are making me think about all these various other things. Like they just start firing, going crazy, and that's why I'm always thinking of 3 or 4 or 5 different things at once. But if I'm naturally juggling 3 different things, I can like split my attention between them, and it just, I feel better. Like I feel more at ease. It's really weird.
He just has to have the voices stop talking to him.
I just need him to
just chill out.
But that's where marijuana comes in.
Yeah,
if I smoke, it all goes
do
away.
the voices in your head smoke too?
Oh yeah, and the conversations we have when we're stoned are usually about like that Neil deGrasse Tyson Cosmo show, because that's hands down the best show you can ever watch. But it's like it's a little time travel-y. It's like I think about memories from when I was a kid, and I think about it from the perspective of me as an adult, but stoned, like looking back at it.
And you're like Neil
So I'm
deGrasse
just
Tyson,
analyzing it,
like
yeah.
in a weird silver, like
Well, it's
anal bead spaceship that's going through the air.
Yes, ironically, a little more spherical, but yeah, pretty much. No, but it's like Bruce Willis in Sixth Sense. I'm just like standing there as a ghost, like observing this shit from when I was a kid. But that's like that's
I think that's how that movie.
What are you talking about?
went.
He's alien, right? But like that's a really 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 high level.
No,
of
it was
stoned.
he was actually in the forest the whole time.
Oh,
Yeah. And he thought he was living in the city.
Oh, it was awful.
All right. Anyways,
It was
Ben,
our M. Night Shyamalan review hour. minute.
that is so terrible.
I hear the new ones are good. Sliver or Shatter or something like that. Glass. There we go.
Sliver. That was the dude who did Guardians of the Galaxy.
James Gunn.
Yeah. Anyways, Ben, you hit that Lars News jingle, please.
This is Mars News. It's not real news. This is just Mars News about stuff that people want to talk about. Mars News. This is Mars News.
All right, so we do have some Lars News for you guys today. I got it from the tippy tip top, from the man,
Big Boss.
Big Boss, president of LA Riot Squad, your man Carlos Oso. Season ticket. The State of the Squad is happening this Saturday, before the game against Colorado Rapids. It's going to be at 5:30 at the Lars Tailgate. There's going to be pizza, there's going to be beer, and there's going to be special guests. So show up, find out what they're planning for the upcoming season, how you guys can help them. If you're a new member or thinking of joining, this is your chance to to have your questions answered and meet people who are the leaders and who run things in Lars, and you can
Make
put
decisions
put a
on
face
it.
to names and know who you need to go to if you have a question or anything like that. Also, the home opener sold out. Lars is officially sold
Wow,
out.
I just got my tickets.
Lars is officially sold out. They are working with the front office to try to open up the what do they call it? The
Party box?
damn it, like the party box and the bleachers above Lars.
What is it? 338.
338, yeah, 338. So to get news and updates on that, go to lariotsquad.org and sign up for their email list, so they can send you out emails and what's going on, and if you still need to get tickets, and if they do open up more, you can get all your information sent through the email and everything like that. Also, there's going to be a season kickoff party.
Ew.
Lars is teaming up with ACB and the Galaxians to throw a supporter season kickoff on Friday, March 1st at the LA Beer Garden in downtown LA. There's going to be a limited hosted bar, appetizers, and special G's alumni guests.
Kevin Herman.
Yeah,
That's what that means.
Exactly. They said let's party before the party and kick the season off together. So that's going to be your Lars News season. State of the Squad is going to be the Saturday at 5:30 before the Colorado Rapids game. The home opener sold out. Go on LARiotSquad.org, sign up for their mailing list to get updates on if they open up more tickets. And then that kickoff party is going to be March 1st, Friday, downtown LA. Don't have a time here, so we'll update you when we get an update on that.
So this party at the beer gardens is Lars on one side and the ACB on the other side, or is like is everybody partying together?
Everyone's partying together.
If
Yeah.
and that makes for a better party.
Yeah.
That's what I understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just checking.
But yeah, that's happening. So yes, check out and then go follow Riot Squad on social medias, on your Facebooks, your Instagrams, and your Twitters.
And
'Cause
there's a link on our page.
And yeah, you also get the updates on that as well. So yeah, there's a tab for the Riot Squad website on our page too, at LARiotSquad.com and then or .org, sorry.
.org.
And then you can go to RiotSquadcast.com to get all the information as well. Ben, we need a jingle for a Squadcast news now. Squad news. It's just squad news. It is real news about stuff that we want to talk about.
There you go. More important.
This is squad news. Just go on Fiverr again, Ben, and get another.
No,
dude.
I'm actually just going to cut that and like have the audio.
Yeah,
please don't.
Just lay that
Why
over
would
the
you
audio.
pay? It's not going to be better than that was.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to get better.
I
than
wish
that
we
one.
had. We should have had video of your head bouncing back and forth when you were like squad news.
Sorry, on the chat, on our live chat here, on our live video that we're doing on this Tuesday night, our boy Capo Supremo Andrew Alessandra says the supporters party is going to be at 7 p.m. So March 1st, 7 p.m.
It's a good moment to mention the live chat.
Yes, we're actually live right now.
Works beautiful, Andrew.
On
getting
youtube.com/Riot Squadcast. If you guys do want to call in on any topics that we're talking about today, give us a call at 562-641-5277. That's 562-641-5277.
Like, we got an immediate response from our good friend DG, who mentions that apparently I don't have ADHD. I have schizophrenia.
Yeah.
That's what the voice. That's what Trevor in my head and
Or you're Randy Orton.
the Viper.
Yeah.
Just like I do RKO my children regularly, and that's not a joke. I don't like actually complete it, but there's a whole beginning sequence of if you get caught slipping in the house in a RKOable position, like I will run up behind Sonya and
So basically just
RKO out of nowhere.
Stone Cold Stunner them.
Pretty much. I mean, there's no physical violence. There's just the threat of, hey, in the event I actually was Randy Orton, you would be in a position where you could get RKO'd right now. So you need to keep your guard about you. When you leave the house, there are people who aren't going to be as sympathetic as me to just let you out of this RKO'able offense that you put yourself in. So what I do is I just train my kids to, always be aware. Always keep your head up. Always keep your eyes up.
Well, that's good for life. You just want them to, keep their head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Because
you never know.
Yeah.
The Viper could be anywhere.
Exactly.
That's the way wrestling is really positioned. At any moment, can you imagine going to work and at any moment your coworker can just come in and punch you in the face, and like all your bosses are like, well, fucking.
your coworker just comes in like
his car.
hit you with a kendo stick and is like, "Hey, man."
It's like, hey, Bill, that fucking sucks. Like, can you imagine human resources at WWF? Kane and the Undertaker is like, you set me on fire, man. I'm your brother. Like, that's what we're told is reality. Like, that's what's supposedly actually happening. Is this undead Undertaker almost murdered his brother as a child. And of all the things Glenn Jacobs, who is the man who plays Kane, could do, he trained in the same sport that his older brother did.
To get back to him.
And was like, my dream. But presumably on like a Thursday when he hadn't made it to WWF yet, he just sat at home and was like, I can't wait, man. One of these days, fucking me and Taker in a ring.
Just a couple more years.
We're
I'll
gonna
be
set
ready.
this shit on fire. Yeah, I'll be ready. Like, at what point are you ready if that's your mission statement? Like, just show up, knock on the door, and be like, hey, man, I want a match right now. I don't know why we're settling this in the middle of a ring that's on fire, or I got to bury you, or whatever, and why Vince McMahon is sitting here dealing with our issues. Like, let's talk this thing out. I don't know.
I love pro wrestling so much. And it's not like it's changed that much.
No. Pro wrestling's amazing.
Like, there's still dudes who are with mythical powers and shit, like Bray Wyatt, and like, he can control the lights.
Well, Finn Balor literally turns into
It's
a
a demon, yeah.
And it's portrayed as a different character. But wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, wrestling. Wrestling's so much fun.
AEW.
All right, moving on. We do have some Squadcast news. If you guys haven't heard, we do have our website up, RiotSquadcast.com. Go up there. We do have a T-shirt for sale. If you guys want to go buy that. Ben sent out the first order of T-shirts last week.
Yes, sir.
I know we were back ordered on the double X's, so I believe one person didn't get their stuff, which we already emailed and stuff like that. So hopefully soon we'll get some more of those double X's in stock. But yes, thank you guys so much for who have already,
especially our bigger supporters. Thank you. Apparently,
yeah. So thank you guys for getting a shirt. We really appreciate that. I actually just got one today because I got to support my own show, man.
Yeah, man. And the new double X's are getting picked up on Friday. So if you had a double X order, if you're the one person who missed out, we should get yours out pretty soon. And if you're interested in getting one now, they're going to be back in stock on Friday.
Right on. And if you guys haven't heard the Patreon, thank you so much for the people who've signed up for that. We are gonna we have our first like little benefit to being a patron. So we mentioned last week that we're gonna open up the prediction game that we did last year throughout the season. So for people who have signed up for our Patreon, patreon.com/Riot Squadcast, you will be able to participate in this game with us, and then we will also have a prize for the winner at the end of the season. So we will be sending out like the instructions on like quote unquote rules on how that's going to happen during the week. Big Tony actually like went through and made like a list of 20 things, like itemized 20. Like,
did you see rule number one?
Yeah,
did you see rule number one? Oh, that fucking had me dying. Rule number one is Tony's word is final.
Yeah,
like he wanted to make sure of all the commandments God put in place first. He was like, hey, no other gods over me. Tony gets an opportunity at commandments. He's like, no words over Big Tony's. I think it's fair and we should agree to it. And it makes it so we're not responsible. If somebody else fucks up, we can shovel all the blame right onto Tony. Ben doesn't have to worry about it. It's nothing you or I got to deal with. So Big Tone's going to have a final say and final verdict on the prediction game. Agreed?
I mean,
that works.
It's his game, dude. I can't tell him any otherwise. But I do want to give a shout out to some of our patrons this week. We have Jonathan, Aaron, Justin, Elizabeth, Eric, Gilbert, Scott, and Robert. Thank you guys so much for contributing to the Patreon. We really appreciate that. And guys, this is something that we want you guys to, it's your way to participate and be part of the show and help the show grow. So we really appreciate those who've come out and helped us out.
Help your show grow. Just let
like
it
soul glow?
shine through. Yeah, but my voice doesn't go that high, so it would have to be like.
Let your soul glow. Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right. Cool.
Please more.
All right. Cool. All right. Moving on. The Galaxy did play Vancouver in what turned out to be a closed scrimmage after the game at the Great Park in OC. Got canceled because, they're shitty down there. They can't take care of their fields. Poor ass Orange County. They don't got the money to take care of the fields apparently.
Oh yeah, you don't want them to use like city taxes to take care of parks for everybody.
No. But no,
low taxes.
So I guess they actually kind of knew a little earlier than we thought. They kind of knew by Thursday that the game might be canceled, and I think it was announced Friday. I think it was announced Friday that the game is officially canceled.
I saw it earlier because I remember just thinking like, and I could be wrong. I just remember thinking like, oh, it's like how can they know that, like that far away? And then the weather ended up clearing up and it rained, but it wasn't that bad, was it?
I think it was just so much that it just flooded it, and it
just like
they didn't have a great irrigation system there, I guess, or something.
That's fair.
But they did play a closed door scrimmage at the Dignity Health Sports Park, which ended up. Can you take a guess on what the score was, Chris?
0-0.
Oh yeah, that's the infamous 0-0 of the preseason that's been going on. No goals conceded, no goals scored.
A fascinating game.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's so fascinating. But again, it's.
Well, we did what? We did 0-0 against Atlanta, 1-1 against Toronto.
1-1.
1-1. And in that game, nobody scored that intended to. And then 0-0 now against Vancouver. I love it. I couldn't be happier.
And then you beat Vissel Kobe 4-2? 4-1, whatever it was.
I think it's 4-1. Love it.
Hey, you're not conceding goals. I mean, that's the one thing that we've kind of wanted to see happen over this, next coming years is upgrade our defense. And
the whole thing that we need to work on, if we're gonna focus on something that needs building or tweaking, is the defense. And in games without Zlatan, without Ola Kamara, I mean, we're finding ways to get positive results. We're finding if it was a league game, we're finding ways to get points and not give up goals. We gave up 2 goals in the preseason, one to Vissel Kobe and the other to Toronto, which we scored on ourselves. Like the defense is playing at least as far as we can read, and it's
and again the preseason it's
preseason and the information, you're not able to watch it. You're not able to judge
Actually,
with your own eyes
exactly.
how you feel these guys are playing. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't trust the various organizations and podcasts and writers and bloggers and what have you who are writing about it. I mean, they're excellent, and I read them no different than you do. But it's not a situation where you can say, well, I like the way Pedro played, or I didn't like the way Kitchen played or Steris played. It's based on tweets. It's based on posts and post game write ups. It will be interesting when you get a chance to kind of see these guys, but at least from what we're able to siphon off from the organization and from the various media coverage, like the defense seems to be playing pretty well.
And I think people are again, it's preseason. Don't read into it. I would say one way or the other. Yes, it's good to see that they're not conceding goals, but it's also that's not a real game scenario,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not going to be.
But I would say playing to presumably both teams playing to the same tempo with the same level of importance. We're pulling 0-0. I mean, even if the mantra is don't get hurt. Well, if we're walking out with, hey, don't get hurt, we're not getting hurt, and we're keeping clean sheets.
Yeah,
Presumably that's the way,
But then you have the other hand where you're not scoring goals, and I think that's where people need to chill, relax.
Yeah.
We don't have Kamara in there, we don't have Zlatan. So when those guys are going to be healthy and playing, which GBS and the staff are taking it easy on these guys, so make sure they're ready for March 2nd. So it'll be okay. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's all chicken chill pill. It'll be okay.
It's a simple question. Do you trust Zlatan Ibrahimovic and do you trust Ola Kamara to score goals? If the answer is yes, then you should do your best to focus on the fact that we're keeping clean sheets when this time last year we wouldn't have been able to, and most of last year we weren't able to.
What was that one year that we tied 18 games?
It's 2008.
I felt like it was a year we won a cup.
Yeah, it was. It was I think
No, we
it was. Was it 2012?
12? I was thinking 12.
Yeah, 12 is what I want to say.
But it's
Because 11 was the year that we basically just ran through everything.
and you got to realize this isn't GBS's team. They brought in two guys that,
It's tweaks. It's
Yeah.
tweaks to stuff that they were kind of locked into and left with.
it's basically putting, bubblegum on a dam. It's for a short time, he's bringing people that he can for right now. If we win dirty 1-0, 1-0, that's fine.
Bruce Arena won an MLS Cup on dirty one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we have Zlatan, we have Kamara. We're gonna have hopefully a fully fit Romain the whole season or a majority of the
From your
season,
lips to God's ears.
and Tuna who looks up to it and looks like he's gonna do a fine job for us. Hopefully a whole year of having Jonathan and Leggett in the middle, holding it down there. I mean, you bring in Polenta who looks to be legit.
Yeah.
And you have Jorgen, who's apparently
Brand new.
brand new player. And
Born again.
we mentioned the offseason, if this dude might, second year player, a lot of the European people it takes a little bit of time to adjust.
Because if you and I agree on something, it's totally wrong.
It's totally wrong.
Yeah.
Usually.
So don't argue with me, please.
99% of the time.
And I hate myself for it. So
Yeah. I want to fuck you every time. So the first half team,
sexy.
yeah. Our 11 in the first half was Bingham at goal, Shelvick at left back, Polenta, Daniel Steris, Rolf Felcher, Jonathan Dos Santos, and Perry Kitchen in the middle, which isn't really all that surprising. Antunia out wide. Cuello. Boateng and Ola Kamara. Second half was Matt Lamson, Didi Traore, Diego Polenta stayed at center back and then was subbed in for subbed out by Dave Romney. Tomas Hilliard Arce at center back, and then Julian Araujo at right back. Servando Crosco and Perry Kitchen stayed in the middle, so it looks like Kitchen played the whole game. Chris Pontius, Efren Alvarez, and Tunia, who was subbed out by Chialo, and then Ola Kamara. Ding. Lovely.
Let's talk Coelho. That dude's getting mad love from GBS right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he seems to like him. That's his second game. Second game in a row he started. See what you get. I mean, if worst, it's a guy who worst comes to, he's a G2 player, and best case scenario, he is someone who you can use as an attacking mid option if Efrain's not quite ready, or one of your forwards have gone out, or somebody goes missing, somebody gets their feelings hurt and can't quite play a game. He's an option that you can play in that similar spot if you're kind of preparing your week for it. So give him a good run out, see what he can do, and if it works out, great. If not, send him to G2. No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. I definitely think he's going to be a guy you send down to G2 just so, because it seems like GBS and they like him.
He seems to like him, yeah.
So he's more than likely not going to get the minutes with the first team. Send him down to G2. He'll get all the minutes.
He'll start every week.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, his better option would probably be G2, but then you lose out on like the first team and GBS and that whole crew who like, if he is going to be turned into something for this team,
yeah,
you probably want to keep him there. But I mean, he's down with G2 for like a year and get some experience as a professional.
Well, that and look, Didi Traore is not starting on the first team. He's likely not even he's not going to make the bench for the first team. He'll be playing on G2 as well. It's an opportunity for you to give these guys competitive minutes against adults, MLS level players, to find out what they're worth, find out what they can do and where they're at. Especially if you've kind of, you spotted these two and said, all right, well, they may be a little more advanced than everyone else on G2. That's why you don't see Ethan Zubak up here. That's why you don't see Frankie Lopez up here. That's why there are players that did relatively well, but Eric Lopez isn't with the first team. Vom Steeg's not getting minutes. There are guys where you can say, well, we're going to use these preseason moments where I need to do almost total lineup substitutions. So get him in and give him some minutes. Worst comes to, it doesn't work out and he goes to G2 and, no biggie. I like it. I like mixing it up and adding new faces and new energy and new opinions into these games and letting these guys kind of figure out where they're at. And it also sends a good message. Anyone who's doing well gets a shot. If Didi Traore stood out last year, and he did at G2, you're going to get a chance. Hilliard Arce, you got drafted in and you kind of fell into limbo, you're going to get a chance. Doesn't matter whether you get drafted or you're from the academy or wherever. As long as you can bring it, we're going to let you play. We're going to let you work. We're going to give you a shot.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I think with this regime, I think you have a clearer path to that first team, or at least it seems that way. Where it's like, if you work hard and you work in their system and you show that you want to play, I feel like there's gonna be an opportunity for guys to come up.
At least clear.
Yeah, especially with DTK and like him specifically. Like, we need to focus on bringing these kids up because they will feed into our team either monetarily by selling them, or by having them come up to first team and actually,
produce here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ben?
I got no comment.
Fucking useless.
You're so good. Thank you so much.
It's like it's every time Gilbert's not here, like Ben just.
No, I was actually doing producer work, so
Are you really? Oh, I apologize.
Well,
Yeah.
remember,
you can understand why I would assume that was the case.
Hashtag adult Gilbert.
Oh, that's right. He's still mad about that.
Who, me or Gilbert?
I'd be more offended if I was Gilbert. But
Yeah, well,
That's just hurtful, Ed. Damn.
I don't want to say who should be more offended. It might get awkward in here.
Well, I love Gilbert, so that's why I said Gilbert. Anyways, Tucker, you are wearing your fine away days football jersey. Your Middlesbrough, up the borough.
Up the borough, sir. Although I didn't take them in the FIFA challenge because
You had to get Newcastle anyways.
Yeah.
But yes, a sponsor for today, Away Days Football. You know them, you love them. Away Days Football is a small football clothing brand based out of Boston. Baston. They make jerseys. I mean, they don't make jerseys, but they make shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies. But the one thing that I know I love, you guys love, is the mystery kit. And there was someone in the chat actually who said they just ordered their very first mystery kit. So thank you so much. Hopefully you used the promo code SQUADCAST and got yourself 15% off.
Save yourself some shekels.
But the way it is, the mystery kit, you pay $25. You get a random jersey from usually like a lower division team. You get your Middlesbrough. you know,
In Nottingham.
your Nottingham Forest, yeah. You're not going to get your Manchester Cities. You're not going to get your Chelseas. I mean, I guess Rangers is in a lower.
Scotland is a lower league.
Yeah.
I think the Scottish Premier League is about equivalent to the NASL. I'm not sure it's still running. Is the Scottish Premier League still going?
There's like 7 teams, so who knows?
Colin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're really sorry, Colin. They do have a 3-month subscription of the mystery kit. Same thing, $75. So it's basically 3 jerseys. You get them sent to your house. It's like Christmas every month, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice.
You know what you
So
do?
sweet.
You save up some extra money. You buy yourself 3 of those 3-month subscriptions. Every month, 3 jerseys show up at your house, and you just stagger when you order them. So it's like every week.
I like that.
Every week you get a jersey. You got a down week, you get a little sad about it, and then the next week, fucking jersey shows up.
And I've been loving it because, with this whole like Squadcast challenge, I've been going to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week now.
Mm-hmm.
So I, going
Nice
through my
selection.
jerseys, and I love my Celtic Vigo one. Like it's so nice. It fits so well.
That's the best.
I love it. I love it so much.
I sleep in my Olympiacos occasionally. If you guys ever wonder what the old Tucker household was like.
Just the kit though. Like
Yeah.
no bottoms.
No. Olympiacos jersey, cock ring, naked.
Chris, he kisses his lady and his baby to sleep, and then he kisses the crest, and then knocks out.
And not, tighten the cock ring one more.
Oh, God.
One more rung. Just keep it
Anyways,
going.
I don't know if our boy Martin wants us to talk about cock rings in his ad.
Oh shit, that's right.
But you can go to awaydaysfootball.com. You go there, you can get 15% off your entire order by using Squadcast in the promo. You can literally buy anything on there. And they also have, they're doing like the small American club jerseys.
The lower league Americans.
So you have the Charlotte Independence home and away kit on there for $50. So if you want to start supporting, lower league soccer in America, this is where you go. awaydaysfootball.com.
They haven't announced what the package is yet, but they're doing something with my new favorite lower division club, my beloved Providence FC. Waiting to figure out what that's going to be, but as soon as that gets announced, we'll let you know. In the meantime, we will let you know about a giveaway that Away Days Football is doing. I'm going to read straight from their tweet that they had. It says, giveaway time, up for grabs are 2 tickets, 1 and 2. So bring yourself somebody, bring a friend, bring your pastor, bring your mother, bring her friend, bring her friend's daughter, then, slightly better.
Or
time.
son.
Or whatever you're into.
Yeah.
Or both. Maybe they identify as a them. I don't know. No
Hey,
judgments.
You be you.
Yeah, either way, they're welcome. They're welcome to the old Dignity Health Sports Center, Park, Arena,
Something.
that place. Bring them on out. But you're up for grabs are 2 tickets. I should start again. Up for grabs are 2 tickets to any LA Galaxy home match this season, excluding LAFC. In order to apply, and this is a random giveaway that our friend at Away Days are doing, you must 1, follow at Away Days Football. That's FUTBOL. Football. You have to like the tweet regarding the giveaway, and you have to retweet that tweet. So he's working on a little brand awareness. He's working a little brand awareness and kind of getting spread out. And look, it's a great way if you're a season ticket holder. Maybe you win those 2 tickets and you give them away to somebody, and you find some new people and give them an opportunity to come out to the game.
Exactly. Bring up some new people who've never been to a soccer game before.
Make friends, and make soccer friends, football friends.
Make football friends. Oh, football friends.
And he worked, Martin at Away Days worked with Galaxy ticket rep Jonathan Moulter to get those 2 tickets. So thank you, John, if you're listening. I know you are, you bastard. You look like Lex Luthor.
Call me on those tickets, man.
He's trying to buy a 6-pack, and y'all motherfuckers ain't calling him back. Take his money.
Take
It's
my
good.
money. Take my money.
Children had to die for that money, John.
Oh, I mean.
That's blood money. That is infant. I was trying to think of a country that I can get away with.
Moldova.
Chilean? Child blood money. Call him
Just
back
say,
and take his money,
say
John.
like some weird like Eastern European country, and you'll be fine.
I gotta go with Latvia.
Latvia,
My
yeah.
boys. It's Latvian children died for Ed's blood money, John. Call him back.
Come on, dude. I want to give you my Latvian blood money.
And I guess we got a title. Fuck, this was a commercial. At Away Days Football, like the tweet reference, it starts giveaway time, and retweet that tweet, be entered in to win 2 tickets to a Galaxy home game of your choosing, with the exception of the LAFC game. It's easy. It costs you nothing. It costs you
It
nothing.
costs you a click.
It costs you a click.
Well, 2 clicks. But yes, go on there. And again, awaydaysfootball.com. That's where you go order your mystery kits, or you order a hat, beanie, whatever. enter Squadcast. You get 15% off on your entire order. Go follow them on Twitter at Away Days Football, FUTBOL. That's where you can go and enter the contest and get the giveaway. And then on Instagram, you can also find them at Away Days. And then if you guys do get your mystery kits, we love it when you guys tag us. Tag us in the photos, man.
We share. We'll be honest. We share between each other.
We want to see your sweet, sweet, beautiful faces.
Yeah.
We do share with each other between.
We're like, oh shit,
sessions.
somebody else got one. Sessions.
No, just moving on.
Jeffrey,
Speaking. Okay, we got a call. Bruce Man.
It's coming in right now, live.
Oh, Andrew, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing all right.
Good to
shit,
hear you.
worked.
Capo Supremo, Andrew Alessano.
Hello, sir.
So Ben told me to call because you guys didn't go to the Jersey lunch.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I had a date night with my.
Peeking behind the curtain there, I just want to give people a little bit of the behind the scenes of what goes on the show.
He's like, hey, I definitely wouldn't call these guys unless
I know.
asked me to.
Andrew doesn't want to talk to us
It's like I would just text you
at games. I wouldn't even talk to us.
I actually wasn't gonna call because he doesn't play my voicemails. So what's the point of calling? He's
Well,
not
here
gonna play my voicemails.
now you can do it where you just come on live and
Yeah.
he just plays like he has to play.
Now
it.
you jump right over Ben. You don't even have to worry about him.
That's true.
We cut
That's
out
true.
the
Now I'm only
middleman.
gonna call him.
So what was the Jersey launch night? I saw it looked fucking freezing.
Speaking of jerseys, yeah, how'd it go?
It was really cool. It was a really cool event. The Galaxy did a really good job. They packed the Novo, which is in LA Live. Yeah, it was a really cool event. Gio got booed, which I thought was funny.
I heard about that.
I was talking to Vanessa. I was saying hi to Vanessa at the time from ACB, and like she's in there talking to me, and like they announced Gio, and I was like, oh shit, he got booed. She's like, what? I'm like, oh, they just booed the shit out of Gio. I completely interrupted whatever she was saying.
Yeah, I was following the Jersey launch on Twitter, and I've seen, you're seeing the pictures come out, and everyone's down in the pit area and taking photos and posting them, and then all at once, my timeline just filled with LOL or holy shit, they booed Gio, like all at once, Thanos snap.
So some people are saying that they didn't hear the boos. I'm going to go ahead and call fake news on that. The boos definitely did come from where I was, which was back by the bar. I mean, no surprise.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, so
I don't know who
all
did
the,
it.
There was
That's
the
where it
booze
came
really
from.
loud where I was at, and I guess the people at the front maybe didn't hear it. There was cheering. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
because
it was
I
the
heard
boos were- yeah.
I heard there was definitely people who heard the booing, because there was even like people, a little backlash, like, oh, I can't believe how disrespectful the people booed. I'm like, it's Gio.
It was like a
DeSantis.
counter movement.
Like,
we're
yeah.
gonna applaud over
Yeah.
your booze. You can't be surprised. I
I'd
mean, you really
rather-
can't
I'd
fucking
rather
be
have it
surprised.
here than at the game. If you're gonna
Yes.
really be mad about somebody getting booed, wouldn't you rather do it at an event that's not at a game? That's not like you're there for support. So yeah, I'm like 100% okay with it.
Yeah, get this out.
I mean, it is what it is.
What was
Yeah.
what was
yeah.
the reaction when Zlatan started throwing shade at Gio?
So I missed that. I didn't see that until after, but I heard a lot of people laughing.
Every-
There was
they clearly enjoyed it.
There was a yeah. So yeah, I mean, it was. I think it was a pretty clear shot after hearing it. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty funny hearing about it afterwards. I was in the back drinking, so
Well, yeah, I mean, you listen back to it, and it's very clear. Zlatan knows. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He knows that he's taking a dig at him. But even what was the guy,
Yeah.
Scott French, was interviewing him?
No, it was
Or,
Rob Stone.
Rob Stone. You can see the look on Rob Stone's face. Like, he understands. Oh, he just burned that kid. He just burned that kid alive.
yeah,
He roasted him.
yeah. He's not a kid, bro. Come on.
Well, hey, look, we got to give him a chance, Andrew. Just 3 or 4 more
He's no
years, and he might.
child, okay?
He's finally going to turn this corner. He's going to get rid of that irresponsible, mid to early to
Well,
late 20s.
when all the cocaine, crushes his brain, like he'll have the mind of a child. So let's just think of it now.
Is this
explain a
Ed
lot.
or Ben?
That was that.
Is this Ed talking or Ben?
Ben's bad. Ben's a bad influence. So that's why.
Yeah, right. You're
The truth is
You're
true.
getting Ben talking points here.
What did you?
But
What did,
what do you actually think of the jersey, Andrew? That we have you on. Let's talk about the jersey.
I think it's terrible.
it's
I think
awful.
It's awful.
It's
Now-
awful.
I hate it.
Now,
Um,
would it be better
the
if it was
the
just
digital
like?
part,
Yeah, would it be better if it was
so,
just
the
like
digital
stripes?
part was poorly executed. I think it could have been cool, but it was poorly executed. But my least favorite part And I've noticed that they've done it on a few other jerseys. Atlanta's this way, and I think RSL is this way. Maybe not RSL. I think RSL is this way, though. They have like a patch on the Authentics. They have a patch at the bottom of what's on the front, and then a completely different color for the rest of the back, where you put the name and the numbers. And it looks so dumb. It looks really dumb.
Yeah, I think we talked about it.
No.
We talked about it on Twitter
Yeah,
where
we did. It's like a Sunday League jersey.
it looks like they literally were like, we ran out of material, so let's slap this piece on the back and we'll call it a day.
No, so you know how there's always a Celtic kit at Sunday League, right?
Of
There's always
course.
a Celtic kit, the hoops, the
Yeah.
green hoops. But on the Sunday League jerseys, the hoops don't go all the way through. They just end at the back. And that's where they put the numbers, because it's easier to just put the numbers on that part of the jersey that's just all one piece, right? What it looks like. It looks awful. And I can't wait for Adidas to be done.
See, I don't have a problem with like if they wanted to do like a pixelated kind of stripe thing, but then it's like the blotchiness. It's just weird.
It's all really
Yeah,
strange.
it's just like three spots.
The back?
It's like, I think that they just executed that poorly. I don't think that the idea is bad, but they just executed it poorly. And then it's Adidas, man. They don't give a fuck about MLS.
Well, that's the thing about like
Literally.
the big boys, like Nike, Adidas, like they do the templates and like that's it. Like you just slap on your colors and like we're gonna call it a day.
Yeah. To speak
we
on
need
that
we
back
need
patch,
Kappa-
it reminded
we
me
need
of
Kappa
like
Puma to come in.
I want to say it was Chivas' 2011 jersey. It might have been 2010, but they had that same basic design just in red and white, where they had that big. It just stops. All the bars stop at the bottom, or they keep going through the bottom, but they stop through all of the back, and so you can just like, I guess, put
Slap a number on there.
slap a number
yeah.
on it. It looks like an early MLS jersey.
And speaking of that, like the people who are like, oh, this is just them trying to look like it's like a Chivas USA jersey. I'm like, learn your history. We had stripes for like 4 years,
It's right for a long time.
so relax.
I liked it when I thought it.
It's more Montreal Impact than it is Chivas.
When I saw the
Yes.
first
Yes, it
when I
is.
saw the first leak, I liked it. When Rolf Felcher had it, and it looked a little boring. That was it. The kind of off colors, the muted colors. It looks like, but I was fine with it. The stripes all the way on the front and the back. I didn't really have an issue. I don't get the digital thing at all. It might just be I'm old and I don't understand anything that's new. I don't understand how that got greenlit by somebody. Like just from what and maybe it's one of those jerseys that looks really good in person and on pictures it doesn't quite.
On the players, it doesn't look as bad, and I'm sure
I will agree with that.
when we wear it the one time this year
That's
against like whatever team,
Montreal.
yeah. No, they wear
What would it be like?
whatever. Anyways, the one time we wear it this year, and it won't matter. But my
I
thing
will
too,
agree that
my thing too is like
standing up on the stage, it looks fine.
the crest is like the white chromatic or whatever, but then on the shorts it's the regular crest.
Yeah.
Like it just like aesthetically, it's like why are you making? I don't get it.
Who makes these calls?
Who's making these choices?
Yeah, I don't.
Also, the shorts are completely different colors than anything else of the jersey.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Anyways, all right, Andrew.
Here's the 2024.
I think maybe they just forgot the shorts, like at the stadium. They're
last
like,
minute.
hey, run across the street to the Team LA store and just get some shorts.
Yeah.
They don't have any Galaxy stuff there.
I think we lost Andrew, huh? Well, thank you, Andrew, for calling in. Appreciate it. If you guys have any opinions on this jersey and you want to give us a call at 562-641-5277. We'd love to hear your opinion. We're going to go with our boy Dan from Toronto. Left us a voicemail. Really appreciate it.
Hey, Dan. Not Guan.
Dan from Toronto.
Hey.
Hey. This is Dan, eh? Ben, you suck. Anyways.
Not me.
And keep making time for you. What do you need? What are you going to talk about?
So my thing too is just that blotchiness. I was like, and there was a picture of Ramon today that I saw where he had the ball right in front of that little blotchy area, and the jersey looked great.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be perfect. Do the stripes, and you want to do it pixelated, fine, whatever. It's different.
I realized I was old and had really stupid. Hey guys, it's Dan in Toronto.
And here's Dan from Toronto.
So after the jersey release party,
Ben's a hero.
I realized I was old and had really stupid opinions about the jersey, so I'm going to shut up about them because I'm 37. That jersey's not for me.
Yeah.
And having opinions about an away jersey that I'm never going to buy
Yeah.
is
I like
stupid.
away jerseys.
And you should feel bad if you have opinions about the away jersey that actually get you into fights and arguments and some of the shit I've seen online. It's a jersey. You probably weren't going to buy it. Everyone's buying the home jersey. It's fine.
A calm
Let it
Canadian
go.
nature.
Maybe some 12-year-old loves the club because of it. My real question is this. After what Zlatan said, he wants to break every record in MLS. What's the weirdest one we try and get him to break? Is it the, end of the season, he's got all the goals. He's broken the goal scoring in a single season record. Do we throw him out in goal, try and get more minutes in than Mike McGee? Is that the one we try and get him? What's the weirdest record that Zlatan breaks this year? And I know you guys both have the Patreon up now. Unfortunately, I missed the Landon Donovan tier because I'm on the East Coast and I sleep. So I want to know, what's the tier that gets Ben to go to a game in Montreal? I want to know if I can sponsor a tier that gets, Ben to one more weekend in Montreal. I guess, so the question is, what's the price of Ben's sobriety?
Oh,
Sorry, I mean, I'm not trying to take it lightly, but we both know.
He immediately
just
realized how
Canadian
terrible
I
of a statement that
clearly
was.
am. What's the price? How do we get Ben to Montreal one last time for that last level of shore leave depravity? Just Montreal one time. I'm just asking. Anyways, see you for the opener, boys.
all right. Thank you, Dan. We appreciate it. Look, it's the internet. People argue about stupid crap all the time.
That's what we're looking for in a phone call.
Yeah.
Just if
maybe about in about a minute. Yeah.
Skosh smaller, but content wise, that's what we're looking for.
Brilliant.
Beautiful.
I
Thank
love
you,
Dan.
Dan.
Dan from Toronto is amazing. Love that dude. What record would you want to see Zlatan break? A weird record.
Strange. I would like most. What do they call Olympicos? The scoring a goal from a corner kick. Beckham got one, I think, on RSL. I would love for him to score. I can assume the record's 1 in MLS, maybe 2, something crazy like 7.
I want him to break the longest goal record. Beckham got that 70. I want him to get 72.
72. That's a
Yeah.
good number. And these are all against LAFC in case that.
Well, of course, obviously.
I would. All joking aside, I would love for him. I think it's Sebastian Giovinco has it now. I don't know what the time is, but I'd love for him to get fastest hat trick, a guy where they were oh, his knees are done and he can't really run anymore. Bang, bang, bang. That'd be great for me.
Ben, the real question, the most important question.
Yeah, the only one anyone who's listening to this cares about.
How much does it take for you to go out and party one last time in Montreal?
Montreal away.
No way, man. Can't do it. I would unless you
You're
guys
not even
have,
fielding. You're not even fielding the concept.
Do you guys have?
You're just being negative.
Do you have another producer in mind? Because I mean, is this what this is like? Is
I
this Ben gets fired
feel like
twice?
we've been doing this so long, and we've been looking at you. I think we could do this.
You mean can we deal with you without you for a week, or what's going to happen?
Because if I'm going to Montreal, I mean,
she's not going to let you come back.
I probably ain't coming back.
Okay.
I mean, it's like
I thought he was talking about us missing.
That Montreal blow is.
It's
c'est magnifique.
Montreal white. I thought he meant we can't do a show without him because for that week you're in Montreal, that's the show.
Or Ben dies.
Either one.
Which, like I said, we've seen him do this for a year and a half now.
Right.
I think we can do it.
We tried one on our own and we lost it.
This is Ben's computer. I blame.
That's fair.
But all right. Well,
So you won't even float the idea to your missus.
to go to Montreal. You know what? I would.
You got to float.
I would love to go to Montreal. You know what, Dan? If you want to take me to Montreal, hit me up, Ben at RiotSquadcast.com. We can talk about it. I mean, who knows?
dude, get him maple syrup wasted.
Is this like a Pretty Woman situation where you won't kiss this dude on the lips, but
we'll see. Maybe
Montreal surprise.
Hey, Montreal. If you've
the Montreal
never been
Screwjob.
Montreal.
if you've never been to Montreal, you should go to Montreal. Montreal is one of those cities, much like New Orleans or Paris, that you should at least go to.
I'm
once.
probably going to none of those places in my life.
I
do want to go to Montreal, though. I have heard very good things about it.
Between Montreal and Paris, the place you want to go to is Montreal.
I don't care about any of those places, honestly. Maybe New Orleans. I heard New Orleans is
New Orleans is
I
nice.
got to go to New Orleans before
just,
Katrina, which was nice.
Amsterdam's another one, Tucker. You should go to Amsterdam.
Gentrified. Amsterdam. I'd love to go to Amsterdam, but I gotta wait till the boys little. I gotta wait till Damien's 14 years old, then I can go to Amsterdam. Come on.
So he can take care of himself.
He's coming with me.
So he can take care. So he can take care of Tucker.
He's gonna be 6'3", and they're gonna assume he's 22 years old.
That is true. That is true. All right, moving on. We do have some rumors We didn't really get to talk about these last week, but we do have rumor, and this was put out there by our boys over at Court of the Galaxy, reportingly that LA Galaxy are interested in Costa Rican center back Giancarlo Gonzalez. 31-year-old, currently plays Serie A for the club Bologna, or if you're American, Bologna. He's made
Wow.
76 appearances for Costa Rica. Another center back rumored. I know there's a couple other players that were rumored to the Galaxy, but in an interview by, I think, John Rojas with GBS, he denied those other guys. I think it was one dude from Boca, and everyone from Boca is going to be reported to us. But this one wasn't denied or confirmed or anything. So who knows? I don't know where the money's going to come from, especially if we're going to buy someone from like an Italian team.
We are out of international spots.
Well,
and
supposedly Alessandrini is looking to get in his green card.
really?
Yes.
Yeah. Again, the guys over at COG were talking about that a couple weeks ago. That Alessandrini is probably the closest to getting his green card.
Until Alessandrini gets a green card, we are out of INT spots.
You can
It'd be
get
fucked
one.
up if they're like, look, we need you to go get a green card and we need you to take a
Hey,
pay
look,
cut
if the league is going
so
to
that you can stay here.
break the rules for us to keep Gio, they should at least break the rules
That
so
was
we
another.
can.
That'd be
you know,
nice. I do
Get
like.
another
Have you
international.
seen all the people getting all riled up, hot under the collar, at the idea of us having 4 designated players? It's the same 4 fucking people last year. It's the same people.
Well, I think that was the problem, is that they were like, well, technically we had 4 DPs, even though we didn't have 4 DPs. Like, no, we played by MLS's
We
rules.
had 3 DPs.
Yes, we had three DPs, and we had Zlatan, who was a TAM player.
You know.
Just because you couldn't get Zlatan for $1.5 million after no one believed in him anymore.
Yeah. Don't look at my house and worry about what we're doing. But like in California, prior to legalization of recreational marijuana, if you wanted a medicinal license, one of the ways you could do it, you go to Venice Beach, walk into a doctor's office, you pay $80. They evaluate you. They go, now walk 100 feet that way. There's another doctor's office. Go in there. They're going to evaluate you again because you have to get evaluated twice. And you finish that with, they send you to one more. And they go in there. They're going to evaluate you one more time because you got to get evaluated 3 times. And then that third doctor can say, hey, you need marijuana. Don't get mad at me for saying I don't have a medicinal issue. I don't struggle with insomnia. I went to a doctor. I went to 3 different doctors that told me I had insomnia. It's not my fault. You made me jump through all these dumbass hoops. I jumped through your fucking hoops. You got a problem? Fix the law. You don't want to fix the law? Well, shut your mouth. You could have got Zlatan at 1.5. Who doesn't want to go to fucking Columbus? Nobody wants to go to fucking Columbus. Portland is cute, and then he wants to leave like everybody else. Seattle sucks. It's an awful place. New York is dirty, and he doesn't want to get stabbed with a needle by some fucking junkie on the F train or whatever the fuck it is. No one wants to live anywhere but LA. LA is lovely. It's the greatest place in the world. It has Long Beach. It's got Ed's house. It's got Ben's house. It's got In-N-Out. It's got traffic that's sending you somewhere instead of everywhere else in the country where you sit in traffic to still live in that fucking place. So yes, he wanted to come to LA, and he was willing to come to LA, who believed in him, for 1.5. Figure your own organization out, because Chris Klein, who doesn't do a great job most of the time, was able to get Zlatan Ibrahimovic here for 1.5 million. Figure your shit out. Don't worry about my team. Give me another DP spot. We're trying to help you. We're trying to help. That's the thing. We're trying to help them. We're trying to keep them in business. Why are you eyeballing us, telling us, oh, no. Y'all got to go. You got to go the other direction. Believe me, we want to get rid of Gio. We're trying. We're trying our hardest.
So hard to get him out.
We're trying to get compliant with MLS's crappy, shitty rules. But you know what? We just can't quite cut that fucking cancer out of us.
Sorry. Great maybe on the YouTube live chat. It goes, LA has norms.
LA's gotten.
Which is my preferred spot over Denny's.
Really? I don't think I've ever been to Norm.
They still have like gray meat, which is, like any fine diner experience you want to go to.
Yeah, but if it's like Denny's, anytime you're sitting down there to eat, you're like, you understand you're putting your butthole in danger.
Oh, you're definitely getting diarrhea.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like an accept. I had a garden burger from Denny's once.
You put half of a Grand Sandwich down, and you're just like,
You shouldn't eat anything called a Grand Slamwich. You have to know that going in.
I mean,
The best name
you're
they
already,
were-
you're already not making a great decision by going to Denny's to eat.
But the best
Which you
name
made
they were
many-
willing
you
to
made
come up
many
with
times.
was Grand Slamwich.
No, the moon's over my hammy. That's just as good, man.
I don't understand.
What's the
Any of the
bigger
words
what's the
you're
bigger
saying.
mistake? Getting the Grand Slamwich or ordering a salad from Denny's?
You're
Like,
almost
Which is the one you're going to get salmonella from?
the salad. And here's my argument. They've made the Grand Slamwich several times. No one besides you in history has ordered a fucking salad at Denny's.
One time,
Yeah.
and it was good.
If these middle school dropouts can figure anything out, it's the pictures and the numbers for the instructions over the Grand Slamwich or the moon's over my hammy. But they have never in their life made a salad for somebody working at 3:00 in the morning at fucking Denny's. Come on.
It was a really good chicken salad. I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah. And I'm with Robert Rios. Coco's is my shit. I love Coco's.
Coco's is.
I'm in love with the Coco's.
I don't think I've been to Coco's in like maybe a decade and a half. It's been a long time.
That's fair. They got bomb pie though. They used to have this Coco's in Culver City.
If I'm going to pie, I'm just going to go to
Marie Callender's.
no, not Marie Callender's. Fuck, I can't think of it anymore.
Marie Callender's.
Marie
Is
Callender's.
the right answer to that
Is that-
question.
okay, cool.
Yeah. Marie
Okay.
Callender's is definitely what you're thinking.
All right, I agree with you. And then there's also rumors that
Mazda's like Caro's over everything.
there's also rumors again from our boys at Corner of the Galaxy. Go check them out. There are sources as much as your sources. So yes,
If you want a funny twist on their homework,
Yeah.
this is why you come in.
BJ Brian.
Take your time. What's going on?
I'm just thinking of norms now, and I want to go to Denny's.
He got some pie on the brain.
I got
Oh,
pie in the
that's it.
brain, dude. I've been eating good for like 2 weeks, so it's like
Pie.
I miss sugar, and
Sugar.
all
You're like
sugar.
that bug from Men in Black who's like, sugar.
Oh, yeah. But BJ the fourth, Bradford Jameson, is reportedly being going to be loaned out to USL, specifically to San Antonio. What are your thoughts? I'll go with Ben first because he hasn't really spoken on this episode that much, which is a good or bad thing. I don't know.
Probably a little bit of both. I think that it's a clear symbol. It's a clear sign from GBS that BJ's on his way out. I mean, a new coach comes in, and you end up on loan. You know, that's pretty clear that he's not going to be on the team much longer.
Well, I mean, my opinion is, do you want him to go back to G2? Like, you can like we made this argument before. Is he's taking away minutes from guys who are you're planning to develop. And BJ's what, 23 now?
Yeah, so if you're going to loan him out for something like that, why would you even keep him in the country? If you want him to play at a
22.
higher level, send him.
22.
Yes, send him overseas. You know,
But I mean,
it's kind
Do
of
you
like
think it's a
Tucker. Tucker,
Yeah.
remember the last
Sorry.
couple weeks ago you were talking about how if you moved to the Valley, we'd see you just as much as if like you had moved back to Portland.
I might as well live in Afghanistan.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's the same thing. If he's going to where's he going?
San
to
Antonio.
San Antonio. He may as well be in England or in
Well,
the lower division in Germany or something like that. I mean,
By the way, San Antonio FC is where I think it was Brian Jordan's last stop before he like hung up the boots, played 10 games, something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't think it's an issue of playing higher quality opponents. It seems you're loaning him to a USL team, like you're getting rid of him. It appears like he's being cast off, and it makes sense. He's older than Zubac. He's older than Frankie Lopez. He's older than Efrain, who played forward for G2 some last year. How many minutes is he going to get? Realistically, I mean, for him, and you know, try to look at it. Oftentimes looks like a business.
Because think who's coming off the bench. You're going to probably see Boateng come off the bench.
Mhm.
You're probably going to see a Pontius come off the bench. Or you'll probably see a defender come off the bench.
Well, even if you're just looking at attackers,
Or a center midfield. Like Juninho would probably come off the bench before
to shut a game down.
Yeah.
But it's even if you're just looking at forwards, you've got Pontius, you've got Boateng, who are both listed as forwards this year. Cuello seems to be getting more minutes than any of the of all the G2 guys to come up. Efrain's the only attacking one. I mean, it doesn't.
Well, I mean, there really hasn't even been any G2 guys that have been.
Well, Zubac was your at least for the last few years had been your more consistent performer on the lower division, and he doesn't get called up. Like they left the main G2 guys where they're at, and Bradford, who, if you think about it, should have been in this crop for the preseason, has been nowhere to be seen. If he's concerned about playing time, he's got good reason. We haven't done a whole lot to kind of to quell those. If you're giving junk minutes to a lower division forward, it's probably going to be Ethan Zubac at this point, or Frankie Lopez. If it's attacking midfield, where you also would play Bradford Jamieson, that's the whole reason you brought Efrain in. And you even have the general manager and the head coach saying, hey, we're trying to figure out how to get players like Efrain Alvarez more involved in the first team and whether we can get some minutes. And there had been reports that he might still play at G2 this year. Great. But if you're going to have someone who's bouncing between the first team and the second team, is it Bradford who's, 6 years older than Efrain? I mean, at what point, if you're giving Bradford Jamieson minutes at attacking midfield over Efrain Alvarez, like how many minutes is it worth to slow that kid's development down? If it's junk minutes, if it's we're up by 3 goals, you know what I mean? So it just seems like Bradford's done, and he kind of accepts that he's done and is willing to press on.
Yeah, and I think it's like a Zarda situation. You know, if he is gonna, do well, then maybe it's just time to call it a day with the Galaxy. And it's sometimes and it's gonna happen. You're gonna have these guys who come up through the academy, even though BJ came up like a half a season with the academy. How many countless players have we had over the years that they were young talents, and everyone's like, "Oh, if they just got a chance."
Where is Israel Cisse? Because that guy took $500,000 off the Galaxy.
I think that dude's still playing indoor soccer.
I thought he was a Walmart.
If he's alive, he's playing indoor.
He's a greeter.
No, he's not even that. He's a bagger.
Welcome to Walmart. I love you.
He's the guy that takes the groceries out to the car.
But you're a young forward. You're an academy player. You're a forward coming through the academy here. Could he have predicted that in the year he was going to come up, and in the year that he was probably going to play the majority of his minutes, he would get injured, get a concussion, or we would sign one of the biggest names in the world who plays forward, or we would be unable to get rid of someone else who is definitely going to play above him? It's hard to kind of see, picture those things coming. But if you're a young player for the Galaxy, if anywhere it's hard to break through, it's going to be hard on the front line. It's going to be hard for forwards.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like last year when BJ was, getting some consistent minutes, he was coming off the bench. There was times where he looked like the only threat that would come off the bench to actually spark the attack.
Especially through Dom's reign, his months. BJ was very useful. I mean, and even when he came in, you saw that spark. But he's got to be looking at it and say, "Hey, when am I going to get an opportunity?" So,
just to let you know, our board in the chat, DJJW40, Israel Cisse plays for Arteria Fury, and he coaches youth soccer. So that's what Israel Cisse is doing.
Oh, well, he's a prep cookie. Good for him.
Robert Rio says he's a janitor at Dominguez Hills.
Fucked up. He just stayed around the Galaxy Stadium.
Hey man, he's like, maybe if I stay here, they'll give me more money.
Give me a shot.
So there's that.
But yeah, wish Bradford the best. It's a shame. Someone who was again hyped so much in that Villarreal, Bradford Jamieson, Jack McBean class, like all of them just petered out. And
Oh, speaking of Jack, who's
Jackie boy.
That's sad to hear. Has to retire after like a major foot injury.
Yeah. I sent a DM to his dad and was like, "Hey, I just heard about Jack," and he was like, "Yep, it's a shame. He fucked his leg." And I was like, "Okay, very straightforward, sir."
You never want to see a guy who's like that young, end his career so abruptly. So,
and especially someone who, at least as far as we could see, was always so dedicated and did everything he could to get back and to put muscle on when after he had broken his collarbone, and whether you were a fan or not, worked very hard and always gave everything he had. Like he was that young Alan Gordon type, just throw his body into defenders. And every time he played, he did his fucking best. So it's a shame to see him go out that way. Wish him the absolute best. And I still am in possession of the last Galaxy jersey he wore before he left when he played his last G2 game. So wish Jack McBean the absolute best.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, moving on. We do have our final preseason game of the year against Colorado this Saturday at 8 o'clock. It'll be at the Stubby Dignity Health Park Sports Center, or the Diggity.
Nice.
Yeah. Just combine everything.
The Diggity?
The HDC
Diggity.
StubHub Diggity Sports Cathedral.
I'll take that.
You can take that all right, for sure.
Please, somebody type that out for me.
Colorado Rapids, who are not a great team. I don't know how well they're going to be doing this season. They do have a couple wins under the belt against Ventura County Fusion. So there's that. They actually did beat Las Vegas Lights, who beat Toronto like 5-1 in the preseason.
Did you see they hung a banner for it?
Yeah, that's
That was
awesome.
fucking funny.
And they also beat Toronto 2-0 in their preseason opener. But they did lose to FC Cincinnati. So we'll see what we get in the preseason games. Again, these games don't matter. Hopefully we have Kamara back. Hopefully we have Zlatan back. Hopefully we see, close to what our first team's going to be, because this is our quote-unquote final test before the season starts. So, we'll see.
No injuries, no goals, and hopefully we score a whole bunch. No goals for them.
Yeah, I was going to say, no
us.
goals. It's probably it's looking like it's going to be like a 0-0, so it's okay. But anyways, again, and remember, State of the Squad this Saturday before the Colorado game, 5:30. Get there, free food, free beer, and you can probably meet some Galaxy guests. So, take some pictures, take some photos, meet the people who run Lars.
Shake hands.
Get to know people. If you have questions, this is your time to ask questions. Like, hey, when are we going to paint some tifos? Oh, well, Andrew will be like, hey, we're going to do this day.
Andrew will be like, Thursday.
Give me your contact
At your
information.
house.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, so this Saturday, 5:30, at the Lars Tailgate area. That's where it's going to be held. Go hang out, get some free beer, get some pizza, answer some questions, get to know what the squad's going to be doing through this year. That'd be nice.
Shake hands.
Shake hands.
Kiss babies.
It'll be all good, baby. And, all right, moving on. We have 1 week, Chris.
Gets man.
1 week until the Squadcast Biggest Loser Season 2 is done. I hope you guys have been keeping up with it. If you haven't, that's okay too. Hopefully it's inspired you to,
Be more conscious.
be more conscious of it, eat a little healthier, maybe go for a walk every now and then. Hopefully it's more than you were doing before. I think that's what kind of,
overall
when to
theme.
do this, yeah. To be a little more active than you were before.
Yeah, we all backslide a little bit.
Yeah.
And you keep trying to keep working at it, and that's the overall point. Ed's looking good, looking slim, looking svelte.
Dude, I'm just sore everywhere. Everything hurts.
Ben looks worse. I don't know what's going on. He went like...
He's so fat his hair is just eating itself.
It's more like when he was on the keto diet, he had gotten so small. He looked like one of those kids in the commercials at like 2:00 in the morning where the fly is like flying around and landing on their eye.
For a cup of coffee.
And they don't seem bothered by it at all. It's like for the cost of one cup of coffee, you can keep young Umtutu from having...
I was going to make that joke.
I
was waiting for you to do it.
Why don't you do the commercial and I'll do the name. That way it'll be fun.
What was her name? Kathy something?
Susan Sarandon?
No. Ben would know. He's old.
He does know.
It was the girl from MASH. I know. I'm drawing a blank.
Whatever. You know, dude.
Someone in the live chat's got it. I feel like this is something Matthew Alisano would have at the top of it.
Because in my head, I just remember the South Park episode they did about it.
Oh, where she's oh fuck, but she's actually like hoarding all the food for herself.
Yeah.
And shit.
It was like one of the first couple seasons. Anyways.
Loretta Swit
No.
or begins with an S. Like
No, you don't know, Ben.
How does no one in the live chat have this for us?
What were you talking about? Oh, the Squadcast Biggest Loser. So we do have one more week. We will need you guys to record your last pictures of your scales by Monday. Monday at 11:59 and 59 seconds. If you don't get those in, you are ineligible
out
for the contest. You must get those in on Monday. What is that date? Oh goddamn! I should have had the calendar up. You have to get it in by Monday, the 25th, at 11:59 and 59 seconds, to be able to hopefully win the Squadcast Biggest Loser.
Susan Sarandon.
It wasn't Susan Sarandon.
It's not Susan Sarandon.
No, it's not her.
Andrew
I feel like it's Kathy something. I don't want to say. I was just going to say Kathy Griffin, but I'm like, no, that's wrong.
I keep thinking Kathy Bates. But I was like, she's
that's
not
wrong.
sharing any food with
That's wrong,
anybody.
too. Chris, how you been doing on your diet, man? I know you know, it's been kind of crazy.
I'm in like full college freshman mode at this point.
Ooh, the 15.
Yeah, just a lot of carbs.
The 15.
No, I mean, I would imagine with all the coffee I'm drinking, I'm just shaking to a level that I'm burning calories left, right, and center.
Right.
But really, part of it, it's Damien and I don't walk as much because I'm just I'm mostly studying and in books. Try to be a little more conscious. I'm sure Eric and I are going to go on a nice long walk tomorrow, which would be great. I'm going to LA for the Mirror Room. Have you heard about this?
The Mirror Room?
Like the Infinity. I'm
you're
gonna
gonna do that
derail
shit?
this in a
That's
bad
cool.
way. We're working on it. I'll lose some weight. We're going to that like Infinity Mirror Room. But
That's cool.
I eat to smoke pot before I go in there, so I'm gonna get really, really stoned and just like enjoy like the lights and mirrors and shit. It's gonna be fucking.
You're
it's gonna
definitely
be
going to
great.
enjoy that. Ben, how you been doing on your diets and your exercising, huh?
Didn't we talk about this earlier?
We just called him a fat ass. We just talked about.
I know. You,
Well, it sucks for Ben because he did get injured at his job, so like he was off for like a month.
Yeah.
But he could have been doing walking and stuff. But,
Yeah, I could have been, but no, I was like, I know I'm $100 deep in Girl Scout cookies, so that should tell you, you know.
Yeah.
He's tits deep in
Like
fucking Girl Scout
literally,
cookies.
yeah, like
man boobs deep.
Cookies are $5 a box, and I'm $100 deep in them, man.
Oh boy, Ben, it's okay. Hey, man, I'm going to the gym and I'm eating better, so
Hey.
that's what's important to me.
One man army.
Exactly.
But we all just try to strive and do a little bit better. So.
So yeah, we hopefully you guys have been keeping it up with and hopefully you've been making strides to better your health, and that's what this has been about, and also about winning because winning's the most important part. Because if you're not, if you're not first, you're last. Anyways, Ben, stop looking about who that was.
I'm still like, I'm stuck on. Somebody said Sarah McLachlan. Like
That's just
that's just
the
a song
singer.
for the sad dogs, for
Yeah.
the dead dogs, the
In
dying
the
dogs.
eyes of the angels.
Ooh.
That made someone tear up right now when they were listening.
Sally Struthers.
Sally Struthers.
fucking Struthers. Oh, charitable bitch.
Ben, do you have some lightning round questions for us, man?
Yeah, I got to get to the right page.
All
now.
right, get to the right
After
page.
after the Sally Struthers thing. Shit.
What was the character's name? That was Starvin' Marvin.
Starvin' Marvin.
Starvin' Marvin.
That was back when South Park was just offensive instead of trying to fucking teach me a lesson every week.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me. I've had Mr. Rogers, sir. I don't need your shit.
Won't you be my neighbor? Did you watch that documentary?
No, I haven't.
I can't like pull myself to like watch it because I know I'll just
Erica,
weep.
she saw it. She cried.
I'll just weep like uncontrollable child.
I miss you.
That was my show, dude. Like Mr. Rogers, like I would come home and that's like the only show on PBS I can actually name. Like that one in was Thomas the
Thomas the Tank Engine?
was he on
I
PBS?
never watched that.
That's just creepy.
It's anthropomorphized.
Well, while you look for that,
inanimate
Ben,
objects are always weird.
I have a question here.
I do have a question actually. We were talking about Bradford Jameson. Hold on.
Sure, go ahead.
Hey, well, let him steer. Go ahead.
So my
Did
question.
you see the tweet when Zlatan roasted him, and someone quote tweeted the video and was like, "Squadcast listeners have seen all those lasers in the back, like pew pew."
And
pew,
Fry
pew,
from
pew. It was a
Futurama.
Fry.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's amazing.
That made me happy.
So Bradford Jameson, we know that he's gone. Does he hold any value, like to attempt to even try and trade?
Oh fuck no.
You'd probably get like 30,000 in GAM or something, like something that's not even worth it, or like 2023
Supplemental
draft pick. Yeah.
That's usually how those Bruce Arena trades. No, he's it's not to be disrespectful or whatever, but it's kind of a cast off move. It's separating.
Was Lamb Chops play along on PBS?
I don't know.
You mean Lamb Chop?
I watched
And
that. Yeah.
So does it also signify, since the roster rules say that you have two homegrown players that don't count against the cap? Does it signify that maybe we have another homegrown signing coming up, because he would normally take up one of those spots?
You have Ephra, who may or may not be with the first team. Who else?
He's already on a first team.
He's on a
contract,
first team.
He's the
deal.
first, but I mean, he's not. He might not be on the first team roster because
Yeah.
would they still? I don't know if they still count him.
They're probably going to end up counting him for this year. That way, it's a little easier to move him to and from. I don't know. You might see Didi Traore, little center back depth,
He won't be
loan
a.
him back down.
He won't be a homegrown though.
He's through the academy, isn't he?
No.
He did play a year in the academy, or he played in the academy finals. So maybe he played a year in the
Oh, then-
academy or something. So
Ugh.
he may count. He may slip under that kind
I
of.
know.
We
No,
actually signed him
Guard
through
is
we signed him through
early.
the LA Galaxy 2 tryout program
Yeah.
He's from Berry.
Yeah, I thought I don't. Yeah, that was. I don't know. Well, what is it? Is it Mendez that still hasn't signed with a team in Germany or whatever?
No, Mendez has it's
Or who
Yanez.
was Yanez? You know, and DTK was trying to smooth talk his family and
Send him jerseys.
send
and
him the
stuff like
jerseys.
that.
Yeah,
Tickle
so
that butthole, bring him back. That'd be nice. That'd be an awesome fucking.
because I
club.
don't. I mean, honestly, I haven't really heard about anyone else who would come up as an academy kid and sign up as a homegrown.
Not this year.
I don't think so.
All right, so Caesar on Twitter, rock paper Caesar.
Julian, maybe.
He said 10 years from now, what do you guys think
Hold
will
on,
be?
hold on. Rock paper scissors. That's pretty clever.
That's a fantastic name.
That's pretty
That might be
clever.
the best. That's on Twitter.
Yeah,
No, what was it? Dishwasher dad or
the
dishwasher?
dishwasher dad.
No,
No, what was that one? Dishwasher taco or something or whatever it was.
I start writing these down.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
10 years from now, what do you guys think will be the bigger dark spot on the organization? Bringing in
Pete Vance.
JJJ and giving him 13, losing AJ or signing Gio?
Personally, it's always going to be AJ. Like that's just a. But I
It's
mean,
personal.
Yeah, it's personal.
Yeah.
But
I'll,
I mean,
I'll be more upset about the AJ one.
wasting $30 million on someone who's scored like 20 goals for us. That's hard to swallow.
It's not. The thing with Gio is, as bad as he is, it's not our money. Like, it's not our Nazi gold. It's Anschutz' Nazi gold. That's what he wants to. That's what he wants to burn his. Where did we decide? Latvia. If that's where he wants to. Oh, that may have actually happened though.
Yeah.
Where I'm a sidestep that one.
No.
But if that's where he wants to allow people to waste his money, which is what happened. People decided to waste his money. He decided to keep paying those people. That's his decision. The Gio money long term isn't going to hurt, but also how catastrophic that man is, in part, is how we get someone like Schelotto. It's how we get someone like DTK. If these guys do turn out to be, that magic tandem that kind of drives us forward for what we're going to be going, in the next 10 years, next 15 years, 20 years, what have you, even if it's just setting a mindset, if you say they're successful, in part, it's because Gio was so fucking catastrophic. Like, Klein bringing Gio in over Bruce's head is part of the reason Bruce left, which is why we got Anolfo and why we got
Was it not only Gio but also Gerard? Right?
Yeah, it's as bad as Klein is, or has been at least in the last couple of years. A lot of the moves he's made has set us up in this position where we could be very good going forward for a long time if these two are truly able to work on the same page, and they seem to get along in public, at least in public. They don't seem to have any issues or beefs. But if they work together in tandem and build everything out, like, we could be good. So,
There you go.
Gio.
Lightning round, baby.
Gio, pew pew.
Pew 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 pew.
Should we start freaking out that Eras only played one preseason match? That was MLS VAR that wants to know that.
No, I think these guys know what they're doing. They know how hard to push them and when they can bring him back. And I think you'll see him this weekend.
He doesn't seem to be out of any of the trainings. He just seems to not be playing the games.
Yeah.
If you want to rest a 37-year-old who is making more money than literally everybody else on your team so that he doesn't get hurt against Toronto or Colorado or Vancouver when it's wet and there's all that slipping around, I couldn't be happier with it. Thank you for not playing him. I'm sure he'll be ready.
Dennis Teklosamovich, i.e. Galactico, wants to know if there's any Tifo opportunities, Tifo painting opportunities coming up, so he can tweet Andrew.
Yes, tweet at Samoan Bob. Is it Samoa?
Samoa Bob.
Samoa Bob on Twitter, or just hit up Andrew. Like, he'll be at the game on Saturday.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
All right, and then there were some other questions.
State of the squad, 5:30 Saturday.
Yeah, that's where
you
you
go
want
talk to him.
And you know what? If there is a Tifo party for the next day, that's where he'll have the information for you.
There you go.
And so we do have other questions just about how we think the Galaxy is going to do in this upcoming year, but we'll get to that next week when we do our season preview.
Yeah, we're going to do a season preview next week, so we'll get all into that next
MLS
week.
Cup.
We do have a question that we got on the email from Andrew Pena. Considering all the speculation surrounding Giovanni and the 4DPs, what do you guys think the outcome will ultimately be?
He'll go to 1.5.
That seems the
Yeah.
consensus, right?
He'll go to 1.5 with some years. Give himself a opportunity to earn a contract. It won't be a $6 million contract. I think that's pretty much what is bringing all this about. It'll give him an opportunity at, 32 to get something where he can still get paid and keep his name in the paper, and we'll all move on and go our separate ways.
Do you think that they'll build in a statute in the contract where if someone comes and buys him, like, no, we're going to sell you. Like, you don't have the player option.
Oh,
anymore.
I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah, I think he loses all the protections he had as a DP once he signs a new
Why
contract.
does he agree to this?
Because I think
Because he's not going to get a job.
Yeah, what I think is going to happen is they're going to buy him out of. The only way MLS is going to let the Galaxy do this is they buy him out of his $6.5 million contract and then give him an additional $1.5 million.
That would make no sense.
It would make no sense on the Galaxy's point of view, other than you.
Well,
keep
no,
Zlatan
he's going to
and
sign.
Allison
He's signing an
Green and
extension.
Jonah.
He's going to sign an extension that's going to have new terms to his contract, and his extension is going to be for 2 years or for 3 years or whatever makes him whole.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be that they're going to pay him $6.5
Yeah,
million
he's not going to
and get an
He's not
additional.
going to get paid out because if they could give him $6.5 million and he was like, "Cool, I signed that I'm out," they're going to be like, "Haha, we tricked you," and Chris Klein's going to eat.
Ha,
the second
you
contract.
fool!
Yeah, you fool! Out
And then they throw the caper on the face and they run away.
smoke bombs on the ground. No, he's going to sign an extension. He'll sign a 2 or 3 year extension at $1.5 million. I hope there is some agreement of, hey, if there's an opportunity for all parties involved to kind of be good, we're going to take it.
Club America,
But the problem is
please buy him.
if Gio has an outstanding year next year, plays really well, and a team comes in and we have a contract like that, he's still leaving like $4 million on the table. Like the plan is to is trying to do the best for everyone when you have one person who's like, I'm definitely getting my $6 million. And you got to understand that. Like, who's leaving that shit on the table? I know you need out, and I'm trying to work on a scenario where you can get out, but I'm getting my fucking money, period. And if not, if he just gets bought out, he's retired at 29 years old. Like, he's working to keep playing soccer. So hopefully that's a motivation for him.
I mean, he's hoping to keep getting signed by teams. I don't
Keep
know about,
getting paychecks.
I don't know about actually playing soccer. Or anything
But he's
like that.
done. Like, he would be finished. This is the first time I think he actually wants to play soccer. Because if it was about money, he could have taken $6 million and sat at home and be done. As a career, just sit at home, live, relatively close to the chest, do commercials for cervezas or whatever the fuck, and move on with your life. This is the first time I honestly think, and this is me talking about Gio, this is the first time I honestly think he is motivated to play soccer. This could be the best year we see out of this kid.
That's the thing is, and I said this I think last week or the week before, either GBS benches him, or he gets the best out of Gio. Like, it just seems like those are the two options.
I think those are definitely the two options, and I think it's going to be the latter. I genuinely.
I think so.
I'm not calling Gio hat-trick every week, but I genuinely believe GBS is going to find a way to get something out of him because for the first time in his life, he's motivated by defending his own name. Because right now he looks lazy. Right now he's a quitter. He's the big superstar celebrity that came in, got paid crazy money, and failed. Flat out failed. Nothing, no two ways about it. Here's an opportunity.
Oh, that's the weed coughs.
Getting there. Sorry,
Got the weed
that's
cups.
marijuana.
Oh my god!
Back in. Here's an opportunity.
Is it just like Gatorade splashed his whole face?
Yeah, I had to get back. But here's an opportunity where you came in for what was supposed to be LA Galaxy's Giovinco, who was supposed to be like the huge, young, athletic star player. And you failed. Every test, you failed. Selling tickets, you failed. Selling jerseys, people don't even rock your fucking jerseys anymore. Everyone else on the team is a bigger star than you. But if he actually can't get a job and the thing he gives a fuck about is playing soccer past what would have been February, because he would have been done, here's your opportunity. And here's your opportunity at a place where people are going to see you. With a coach that's notable in South America, like an organization that's finally being ran like a AAA organization. If he can do it now, he gets another job somewhere, and he gets to keep playing as long as he feels like he wants to play.
All right, Ben. Do we have any more questions?
That's it.
All right, Chris, do you have the FIFA update, my man?
I do. I got a little bit of grief last week for going off topic, or off script. So I'm just going to read verbatim. And whatever's wrong is not nothing to do with me. It's all Hugo. So he says, Season 4 update. Conference 1 finally caught up with Conference 2, and we are about even with games as of 6 p.m. When this was written. The power rankings go for this week as followed. Number 1, Jerbear with Watford.
Oh, Jerry Bear.
Your boy's ballin'.
My dude.
He got scored on once by the Portuguese hammer. Eric of Corner of the Galaxy now plays in the Squadcast FIFA.
I have a beef with that dude, but we'll go on.
Please put a pin in it.
Okay.
Eric, in the most lopsided victory of his last 4 weeks, Andrew isn't bullying anyone with Fulham and was no match in their game. Jer Bear took that 2-0. He has 33 goals scored, and Deulofeu has 22 of them. Matching his team's points totals, he is the super leader. He's ahead in absolutely everything. He gets those in second and third in the conference in the next 4 weeks. Mazzatelli from Straight from the Stands. I'm loving the Galaxy Universe love going on. Mazzatelli with Aston Villa from Straight from the Stands at 20 points in Conference 2, equally destroying his opponents with 22 goals and remaining undefeated with 6 wins and 2 ties. He gets Decline and Uncle Sam in the next 4 games, who is with Swansea City, to see if he can remain undefeated. So that will actually be something I'm paying attention to. Number 3, we have Nico with AFC Bournemouth. He's got 18 points in conference and is in second in Conference 1. Also undefeated with 5 wins and 3 ties, going with 3 wins and 1 tie in the last 4 games, catapulting him up the standings. Cook leads the league in assists with 9. Sentence got a little dicey at the end. Number 19, we got everyone's favorite number 1 gangsta, M19 Flores, which people kind of just globbed onto, and I really enjoyed that. Oh, well, there you go. M19 Flores and his gang from Nottingham Forest with 17 points in Conference 1. I stepped all over his joke. I'm such an asshole. 5 wins and 2 ties with 1 game pending. Could have put him over Nico with his remaining game against a team that's got 0 wins and likely probably would have won that one. But that's why we have to play the games. So I gotta get your games in. You'd be at 3, sir.
Get them games in, son.
Number 5, you can probably guess, is Burnley. Hugo big upping himself for week 2. Burnley with 16 points, also undefeated. Again, I went off script again, but what are you gonna do? Also undefeated with 4 wins and 4 ties. A rotating system of both Joe Hart and Tom Heaton keeps the bees in every game. Hashtag fear the bees. Do Burnley have bees? Whatever. Number 6 is Obiso Samuel and Chelsea, who are still undefeated but remain in 6th because they have played less games than Burnley. Even on points with Burnley at 16, they also have to play Decline and Uncle Sam in the next couple games to see if they can stay undefeated. So those are like your two big heavy hitters right now. Honorable mention to Uncle Sam, who somehow for being so deadly and important didn't make the power rankings, but whatevs. Uncle Sam and Decline would be at the top had they had more games in, but between the 8 games they were supposed to play, they only logged 3 between them, and it's not going to cut it to be in the power rankings. I like it. So you can't even fucking get in if you're not playing the games. Leicester City's goalkeeper, Peter Schmeichel, has the most saves with 46 total saves despite giving up 12 goals. Weeks 9 through 12 are now open as of listening, and if anyone doesn't have at least 10 games by next Tuesday, you will get the boot, as there are 7 to 8 people on the waiting list to play this season.
Your boys on that waiting list.
Including Edward and number one name on the waiting list, my boy the vegan gamer, Scott, who turned the Columbus Crew into a powerhouse. Golden boot with Giassi Zardes. That level. That's who's coming up next.
That's who's coming up
So
next.
if you don't want to get your games in, let us know, and Scott will come handle your team, I promise you.
There we go. Ben, let's hear that jingle. Where can they find you on the socials, my good man?
You can find me at DT Radio Ben. Give me a follow on the Twitter. You can email the show at riotsquadcast.com. And
He's getting there.
And I'm the gamer. Yeah. Chris, where can they find you on the socials?
At ZeroCool138 on Instagram, Goodreads, Untapped, and Twitters.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at EdTheZombie13. You can find the show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search Riot Squadcast. Please like the stuff, share the stuff when you see the posts. Really appreciate that. You guys can go to RiotSquadcast.com. That's where you can find the FIFA rankings. You can buy a t-shirt. You can go and sign up for our Patreon. There's buttons for our Patreon. If you want to contribute to the show, help us, grow the show. And you can also join the prediction game that we're going to have during the week. That's for patrons. You go on there. We'll have the instructions and the rules that we're going to do, quote-unquote rules, up there for the Patreons.
We have the Alan Gordon level at $5 a month. We have what's the other one? Kobe Jones level at $10 a month. There's a whole bunch of options. Whatever.
And then you guys get free stuff. You're gonna get you're gonna get code for our merchandise, so you can get a little bit of money off the t-shirts and sweaters and stuff we're gonna have on the site. So there's that too. Spoilers? I said sweaters, but whatever, dude.
Oh, we should do cardigans.
Cardigans. We're gonna do
Squadcast cardigans. Yes.
You can also email the show. The show at riotsquadcast.com. You can leave us a voicemail at 562-641-5277. Thank you guys for joining us on the live feed. And then if you're listening to the podcast, hit us up with a question. Hit us up with the voicemail. Like or share all our posts.
Give us a 5-star review on iTunes.
There you go.
Especially if you have an iPhone. It's super fucking important for whatever it is.
And then also, Away Days Football. Go follow them. 15% off with Squadcast on your checkout. Go check them out. And then go check out the contest that they're doing. Get free. You win yourself 2 tickets.
Get some tickets.
There you go. All right. On that note, we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Fuck you, Brian. Suck a dick, bitch.